When it comes to AAA giants, Ubisoft has to be close to the top of the list, and for better or worse, most people know their name and know their games. But things are about to change for the video game Mega Power. Hey there friends, it's Kodiak here, back to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Ubisoft's master plan for the future. By now, you probably know that Legacy Gaming is a fan of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and while the game does have a lot of issues, my time with the title was more or less enjoyable. But on a recent call with investors, the future of that series and the entire Ubisoft library was called into question. Now, the real headline here was that the company known for games like Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, For Honor, and more want to shift away from AAA titles and focus more on free-to-play games. We've already seen them dabble with this idea, releasing games like Hyperscape, a twist on the Battle Royale genre that did pop off for a hot minute, but in the grand scheme of things and an oversaturated market didn't really keep players engaged long term. We're talking dollar signs here, and after all the drama with Helix Gear and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ubisoft isn't even shying away from the fact that everything comes down to money. It's a sad truth within the AAA world, and while profits skyrocketed for companies like Activision, EA, and Ubisoft during the pandemic, there is no doubt each company took it on the chin when it comes to public perception. Now, this shift away from AAA games is part of a longer-term plan. We're talking a few years out here, but CFO Frederic Duguet said on the call, "We are progressively, continuously moving from a model that used to be only focused on AAA releases to a model where we have a combination of strong releases from AAA and strong back catalog dynamics, but also complementing our program of new releases with free-to-play and other premium experiences." It's those last two words, premium experiences, that really set off a red flag in my head. As a list of upcoming games were rattled off, I couldn't help but think about all the ways the company plans on monetizing each and every title. Games like Roller Champion, their upcoming sports action title, are ripe with opportunities for skins, emotes, arenas. I mean, seriously, you name it, and they can monetize it. Even highly anticipated titles like Skull and Bones, a game that's been delayed and changed numerous times, fits perfectly into the Ubisoft model of success. Want to make your ship look like the Black Pearl? Well, just spend a few bucks and there you go. Sadly, the hype surrounding that game has all but vanished thanks to a number of setbacks, including a major overhaul mid-development. Now, if you hear that and think that Ubisoft is struggling, well, you'd be sadly mistaken. Ubisoft posted sales of $1.2 billion in the third quarter of 2020, doubling their year over year. That, of course, comes off the backs of three major releases: Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the sleeper hit Immortals Fenyx Rising, which players took a while to come around to and try thanks to the game's saturation during the holidays, but was ultimately a success for the company. Three major AAA releases in the span of 3 months. I think that's the last time we're going to be seeing that from Ubisoft. It's clear that a shift towards games with longer lifespans are the future for the company, and they consistently pointed to Rainbow Six Siege as the reason why. The game added 15 million new players in the past 12 months and grew to 70 million total players, and that's all considering the game has been out for 6 years. If I'm reading between the lines, I think this entire call points towards a new direction for Ubisoft, one that is so hyper-focused on a changing business model that it may end up being a weird double-edged sword. If the company commits to longer development periods for their AAA games, that can only be a good thing. God knows, with all the bugs in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that game could have used a few extra months of serious development. I think this is the most positive thing that could come from this change, of course. We already know that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is being supported throughout the entirety of 2021, with multiple DLCs and content updates, but we have no idea if those will be gratifying as standalone experiences. But that's the kind of attention games like that need to thrive long term. On the other hand, you have this desire to compete in the free-to-play market. Ubisoft knows how to turn a profit and monetize everything, but they really haven't been able to prove that they can make a free-to-play title work long term that's both satisfying the players and make them money. And honestly, I'm not sure if that will ever happen anytime soon. There were talks of an Assassin's Creed game that will come to China thanks to the help of Tencent, and in the same breath, they doubled down on their interest in mobile gaming. We all know how that worked out for Blizzard. Looking ahead to some of their upcoming releases like Riders Republic, the Prince of Persia remake, and even Far Cry 6, there's really no indication that change is happening overnight, so don't expect to see a slew of free-to-play games suddenly pop up. This is a long-term play. I think Ubisoft plans on something big in the latter half of 2022 and into 2023, which could send shockwaves across the gaming universe, but it's still unclear how fans will react to this new direction. Ubisoft's future has never been more unclear. With their major releases behind them, there are a lot of question marks moving forward, with the only semi-bright spot being Far Cry 6, which the company says is a return to form for the series. Outside of that, uncertainty dominates, but one thing is clear: change is coming for Ubisoft. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you most likely know, we've been covering Assassin's Creed Valhalla top to bottom, so if you want more of that game in your feed, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel. It's completely free for you and really does help us out a ton. You can also check us out on Discord. We've got a great community of around 6,000 members, so click that link below and join today. My name is Kodiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.